everyone, this is Nate with a Backcountry beer review. Today I hiked up to the top of Cerro Vista with my dad in the Carson National Forest in New Mexico, and this is a pretty cool peak. It's actually not that tall by New Mexico high country standards. It's clocks in at just under 12,000 feet in elevation, but what really makes it cool is its prominence. It's actually fairly high in the New Mexico prominence list with over 2,000 feet of prominence. And the view from the top really reflects that. I mean, we have awesome views to the south behind me into the Pecos Wilderness at an angle that I've never seen before, so I really like it. And then the views north to the Wheeler Group and some of the other higher peaks in the state, really amazing, as you'll see. So this is my first summer doing backcountry beer reviews, and because of that, I wanted to add a little bit of a special theme. And I thought, you know what beer goes better with a hot summer day than a cool, refreshing lager? The inaugural beer I'm starting off with for Lager Summer is by Master Gao Brewing Company in Nanjing, China, and it's their Baby Jasmine Tea Lager. I have to admit, I don't know anything about Master Gao Brewing. This was on sale at Susan's Fine Wines and Liquors in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I thought, you know, what the heck, this sounds pretty cool. I'll buy it and try it out for you guys. Okay, everybody, we've moved down the mountain a little bit because it is super windy up there, but it is time for a sip. Okay, this is a pretty interesting beer. I mean, it starts off with kind of the maltiness that you would expect from a non-adjunct, you know, a lager that doesn't have any adjunct grains in it. It has that crisp, like cracker, biscuit type maltiness that is surprisingly full in flavor for just a standard lager that's not branded as, you know, a Pilsner or anything. And then it hits you with this bitterness that is very interesting. And normally in a normal beer, you would expect that bitterness to be coming from the hops. With this beer, because it's made with baby jasmine tea, I am actually thinking that the bitterness is coming partially from the hops, but also a significant portion from the tea. And the reason why I think that is because it has this tannic flavor that typically hop bitterness does not. So that's why I think that initial rush of bitterness is in fact coming from the tea. And as the first third kind of rounds out into the middle third, I'm finding that the maltiness, that strong maltiness really kind of takes a back seat and supports the subtle flavors that are intermingling from the hops and the jasmine tea. In particular, I think I'm getting these tea and floral notes that are pretty obviously from the jasmine tea. There's something hiding back there though. I guess I would call it maybe sweet herb. It has this like botanical quality to it. And really, I wanted to say soapiness, but I don't want to imply that it tastes like soap, like putting a bar of soap in your mouth. It kind of tastes the way that soap smells. It's actually pretty interesting and it tastes very good. And then as the beer finishes off, it really is dominated by that bitterness, that tannic bitterness that I assume is coming from the tea. Really, this is a pretty fascinating beer. I have to admit, it was a little pricey for my taste. It was pretty much like $4 a bottle. So I would recommend trying it if you want to try a beer from China that's not just, you know, your standard import light lager that you would normally get at the store. This is pretty interesting. I like it a lot and pretty refreshing on a summer day and surprisingly bitter for just a standard lager that's not billed as a Pilsner or anything. Cheers and have a backcountry beer for me. I'm also a little rusty because I haven't done this in like a month and a half.